What's my favorite fish in the fish room? That's a hard question. It's probably one of the Limias. I'm guessing my Humpback Limias. Let's learn about them. Humpback Limias. Well, that's one of their common names. Limia nigrofasciata is their scientific name. And let's break that down. Limia, they're part of the Limia genus. These two guys up here were just having sibling rivalry. Anyways, where were we? Limia, they're Limia genus, and nigrofasciata. Nigro meaning black, fasciata meaning striped. So you can see where they get their name because they have these black stripes on their body. The Humpback Limia being their most popular common name. I was looking to see if I could see a male. There's one there. He's young, but you can kind of tell they get the hump on their back, kind of an arch back there. This one in the frame here kind of has it right in the center. You can see it more on this one coming at us here. But another common name for them is the black bar endler, or not, sorry, these aren't endlers, black bar limia. Personally, I don't like that common name for them because a lot of limias have black stripes, and just calling them black bar limias can easily get confused. But humpback, there are very few with that humpback feature on the males. They are Bacillidae, so they have, they're live bearers. They have a gonopodium on the males, and the females do not, just like guppies and swordtails and mollies and endlers and platies, that whole family of fish. They're real closely related to Bacillia genus, so the mollies and the guppies and the endlers, they're really closely related to those. And they were once thought to be a type of molly. All of the limias, actually. The Humpback Limia here, it is critically endangered. It is only found in one place in the whole world, one lake. And my brain is going to make me pronounce the name of the lake incorrectly, but I'm going to try. Lake Miriguan. And that is the largest freshwater lake in Haiti. Actually, I believe it's the largest freshwater lake in the Caribbean. But being that it's in Haiti, it also is struggling with pollution, deforestation, some invasive species, all that kind of stuff. And a few years back there was an instance of raw sewage being dumped in the lake. The municipalities there aren't the best, so like trash just gets disposed of in the lake. Limias haven't got a lot of attention, but luckily we were able to get a number of limias onto the CARES priority list a couple years back. I think it was like in 2024. And you hate to see, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, you hate to see any fish on the CARES list, because that means that they're in danger of going extinct. But on the other hand, it's good to get them attention that they need. Currently, there is no like official conservation efforts for the Limias, and the Humpback Limias here is part of that. There's no efforts through the government or official organizations or anything to actually do anything to conserve and preserve this species. Politically, Haiti isn't the best or safest area. One day you can be down there and be collecting fish and stuff, and the next day there will be people let's say patrolling the shores with high-powered semi-automatic rifles and things. I mean, trying to think of a way to be more I guess politically correct saying this. It has some political turmoil. There we go. The country has some political turmoil, so it's not necessarily the safest place to set up bases for conservation efforts and such. So the Limias aren't getting the attention that they need, and these guys here are critically endangered. They're cool fish though. They're breeding right here in this 20-gallon tank. Like I said, being the Pacillidae family, you can see here females will have a regular fin on the anal fin, and males, give me a good shot there, buddy. Well, males will have a gonopodium, which is a tube-like fin at their anal fin, which they use for breeding. And none of them are wanting to show off right now. But they are tropical fish, so they like temperatures, you know, mid to upper 70s. They can do low 80s. They can even do some salt in their water, up to, you know, a decent brackish. But they do perfectly fine in fresh. The lake that they come from is fresh water. They are very community safe, I guess you'd call it. They don't really pick on anybody. Keep them well fed, planted tank, and they don't even eat their fry. You can see I've got little guys, I've got the big ones, I've got, you know, generations in this tank, and most of them are hiding right now, but they do well on a variety of different foods, whether prepared or live, frozen, freeze-dried, whatever. They'll eat flake or pellet. This tank right now, I've just got the Humpback Limias and some bristlenose in there. It needs better aquascaping and organization and stuff, a little cleaning, but they're doing good. They're breeding real good, and the ICUN red list has them listed as endangered as well. So these little fish, they're not too hard to find, not too hard to breed, not too hard to keep, and they're real rewarding giving you the babies. They are personable. They come right up to the front because they want food, basically. Keep them in a community with other species that aren't aggressive, and they do great. I wouldn't keep them with other Limias, just, you know, they're already, you know, critically endangered, so potential of disappearing in the wild and going extinct. So I wouldn't want to even chance crossing them and making hybrids and losing this species for good.